I've kind of been looking back at my kind of agency days running Mail Ninja recently. Not sure why. I think it's a case of like one door shuts, another one opens. So I'm kind of going in a different direction. Although weirdly, looking at this deck I put together, there's a lot of similarities here as to where I wanted to take Mail Ninja to where I am now as a solopreneur, creating courses, running a community, coaching clients, rather than a kind of service agency. But yeah, I think what I'm doing now is very different. And so what you're looking at here is a deck that I put together in 2019, just as we were breaking up for Christmas. And I had the team in January 2020, beginning of the year. This is Mail Ninja in 2020. We'd had a really good year with 2019, our best year in terms of revenue, growth, getting our name out there, our partnership with MailChimp. So 2020 was going to be the year that we took over the world. We had a platform in the works. We had I certainly had big ideas as to where I wanted to take the agency. And the weird thing was, like, for me, success was, big, shiny office, lanyards, and, you have to, a security badge to get in the door, and massive team and big office. But it didn't really involve revenue as much. It was more the show off kind of stuff. Like, this is where I want to be projecting our success. Which is kind of vain and a bit stupid, really, looking back. I should have been focused on being a little bit more nimble. How can we do things? How can we do more, but with the team that we've currently got, rather than just going, let's expand, 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 which I think was part of the problem. So anyway, 2020 was going to be the year we went forward and we took over the world. So our brand color was green. So I had Mail Ninja in 2020, the featureless green, as our kind of our thing. So to give you some context before we go into this is 2020, a month or two before COVID really hit. So that gives you a bit of an insight. Okay. So 2019 recap. 2019 was when myself and my senior manager both went to MailChimp HQ in Atlanta. MailChimp were running a program called Partner Lab, where we, met loads of great partners, met loads of people from MailChimp. They put us up in a really swanky hotel, all expenses paid. It was fantastic. So, yeah, MailChimp has changed a lot in the last 5 years, but back then they had a lot of focus on the partner program. There was a lot of great partners. There was a real buzz and a great feeling about it. We updated our business and our pricing model. I believe at the time we were trying to systemize everything and make everything a little bit more fluid. Up until that point, we were kind of a bit scrappy, and every client was on a different plan and paying different amounts, different sort of contract terms. We were trying to kind of make everything a bit more uniform. Emily, was our graphic designer at the time, she rebranded. We had a bit of an internal contest. Her and Marcelo came up with different logo concepts. And we had a new logo, new brand identity, and the website was updated. And we started to develop the Mail Ninja platform. So we had Dojo, which was our campaign management platform. We had that internally. The idea was that we were going to put like a front-end customer-facing thing onto that and launch that to customers. So customers could use our platform to manage their own email campaigns. It was based around a calendar. People could kind of plan and build and launch their email campaigns. So we had a pretty good idea for what that was going to be. And I told MailChimp that I was doing this calendar thing, and then they launched a calendar of their own. Could be coincidence. I'm probably guessing that it wasn't. So anyway, so that was the 2019 recap. 2020, the goal was to launch the Mail Ninja platform and get 1,000 free users. A freemium model. There was obviously a paid plan there as well. Grow our brand awareness, grow our service client base and team. Again, the team. And create partnerships and communities. Now, as you can see, there isn't really a lot in terms of revenue there, and making things a little bit more systemized and, going for revenue growth. It's more around brand growth, which I think we had a good year revenue-wise in 2019. I think I just wanted to kind of build on that and make 2020 our year where we became big. So growth plan, content, community, commerce. Creating lots of content, building a community around our brand, and revenue generation. I'm going to move myself over to the side there. The growth plan was having an email marketing advisor join the team, generating new leads and nurturing inbound leads. Becoming more sales focused. So there was a little bit around sales, apparently. Sending the whole company on some training, and I think I started to look into that. Lead generation, so Cognizant are a data provider. Bant did outreach campaigns. I don't know what they do now. We were going to use them. Ramp up a Google ad spend, blog swaps, run our platform, and promote via Google Ads and social ads and personal invites. Run Mail Ninja Live in the second quarter. That obviously went out the window because of COVID. So have some guest speakers there. Moderate Mail Ninja Insider's LinkedIn group. Not sure what that was. MailChimp partnership. Co-host some events, some meetups. We'd already ran 2 meetups in 2019 for MailChimp. And a referral system in place with them. One of the things we discussed when I went over to Atlanta was how can we work closely with them? Mail Ninja and MailChimp together. They provide the platform, we provide the services and support. Win-win. And again, the premium support help desk for MailChimp. That was something we talked about. Whether they put us on a payment retainer for that. Shopify email partnership. So again, looking at more partnerships that doesn't kind of step on the toes of the MailChimp one, because the MailChimp one was everything for us. So how can we diversify but not step on the toes of our main partner? Launch Chimp Gigs. We did actually launch Chimp Gigs. Can't remember when that was, but kind of make that more of a thing. And hire a lead gen agency to bring in more leads for the business. Customer stages, bringing people from customer, subscriber to user to customer, then ad hoc managed to fully managed. So that was kind of like our funnel and build our platform where people can plan, create and analyze emails within the platform. And that's pretty much it. There was a few other internal things in there, but I've stripped those out. So why am I showing you this? Well, I guess it's really a lesson in terms of being quite nimble and kind of pivoting, really, because this was the beginning of 2020, right before COVID hit, and then COVID hit, and all of this pretty much went out the window. Mail Ninja carried on throughout 2020. 2021 was a good year for us, even though COVID was still rife. 2022 and 3 is when I started to disband the team, strip back the business, because the business model we had of services, fully managed services, that was being, decimated, really. And I think 3 things were a cause for that. One, COVID. People wanted more training and support rather than fully managed service. Everyone was working from home. They wanted to up their skills. Two, I think there were a lot more tools out there to be able to do some of this yourself. So a lot of drag and drop editors and other tools that you could use to do things like that. And the third was MailChimp as well. I think MailChimp changed their focus, which really had a knock-on effect for Mail Ninja as a business. I don't think I could run Mail Ninja the way I did then now. We just couldn't be a profitable business, particularly with 11 people, in the team that we had at one point. So yeah, a lesson both for me and for anyone watching, just to be prepared to be agile and pivot when you have to pivot, and don't dig your heels in the sand and say, I'm doing this because that's what our plan was. Because of this, I now have very short-term plans. I kind of know where I'm heading, but it's very sketchy. My short-term plans, 3, 6, 12 months, are very clear. Beyond that, who knows? Donald Trump in the White House, global pandemics, war, who knows? So I don't tend to plan that far forward. So yeah, leave comments, let me know what you think, and hopefully you found this insightful and useful. But I find it's always a nice thing to kind of look back and see where you've been, where you thought you were going, and where you actually went. So yeah, let me know.